This is Session 6, Review Media and Mark Clips. Before you can edit a clip into a project, you first need to preview it to determine what part of the clip, if any, you want to use. So in this movie, we'll learn how to preview a clip. We'll review how to turn on and use skimming. We'll learn how to mark a clip by setting the in and the out, the start and the end. We'll learn how to select multiple regions between clips and learn how to deselect clips or ranges. And keep in mind, nothing is permanent. You can always change your mind. In the old days, we called the start of a clip, or the start of a selected range within a clip, the in. The end was called the out. I have no idea why. With Final Cut Pro 10, Apple decided to use the more obvious start and end. But I'm a traditionalist. I can't stop using in and out. So the terms are interchangeable. In and start, out and end. Swap them around as you see fit. Keep in mind also that the viewer is context sensitive. If you're skimming a clip in the library, the viewer displays it. If you're playing a clip in the timeline, the viewer switches to display that. So let me show you how to turn skimming on and off, how to preview a library clip in the viewer, how to select an entire clip or a group of clips, how to mark, also called set, how to mark the in and out using the keyboard or the mouse, how to select multiple ranges in multiple clips, and how to deselect a clip, a range, or multiple clips. The process of reviewing clips is essential to editing because almost never do we use the entire clip. We're always selecting a range of a clip to edit down to our project. So we review by looking at the clips that are inside the browser. So if you're dragging your mouse around like a mad fiend up here in the browser and absolutely nothing is happening, it's because skimming is not turned on. Go over to this corner of the timeline, click this bar right there. When that bar is blue, skimming is on. When the bar is gray, skimming is off. Keyboard shortcut is the letter S, toggles skimming on and off. We'll leave it on. Now when we go up here and start to drag across, our clips start to keep up with us and we can quickly see what kind of clip we want to use next in our sequence. Well, in point of fact, in real life, the process of reviewing and editing is so monumentally quick that I would not normally treat it separately, but I want to slow down here and make sure you understand how to review a clip because it's essential to be able to see exactly what you want to edit next. So I think I want to start with this fire shot here, just as he's getting ready to take the glass out of the oven. I want to have a little bit of the glass. So I could click, and that selects the entire clip. The good news is it works great. The bad news is there's a whole lot of stuff at the front that I don't want to use, and when he pulls it out, if you look really, really closely, it's no glass shape that exists anywhere else. So I'm sort of stealing from one shot to make it look like he's pulling the glass out of the furnace. In point of fact, one was shot in Italy, the other was shot in France. Who knew? So I got to just use a portion of this clip. Well, the way we do a portion of the clip is we say, where is the start? Type the letter I, that marks the in. And where is the end? Right about there. Type the letter O. And we've now marked a range of the clip. Except, wait a minute. What happens if you're just stuck on keyboard shortcuts and you click on this and you say, can't I just, like drag the mouse? And the answer is yeah. Grab this vertical line here and drag the vertical line right there when it turns into a two-headed arrow. The little black box with white numbers shows you where you're dragging in the clip. I want to have it start just before his hand reaches in. So I'm going to set the in right there. Then I'm going to grab the out and drag the out as he starts to pull it out of the fire, but before we see that what the glass actually looks like, right about there. And I've now set the start and the end, the in and the out, not by using the keyboard shortcuts, but by dragging with the mouse. Well, this is really nice, but what happens if it's wrong? Well, grab the vertical line, drag it somewhere else. Grab this vertical line, drag it somewhere else. And if you want to get rid of it altogether, type Option X. Oh, there's that keyboard shortcut again. Who could possibly remember Option X? Wouldn't it be just easier if there was a menu choice we could go to? And the answer is yeah, go up to Mark. Set the range start, there's the keyboard shortcut, the letter I. Set the range end, there's the keyboard shortcut, the letter O. Mark the entire clip from the very beginning to the very end, it's the letter X. Clear whatever you want to get rid of is Option X, and whatever you have selected is gone. Let's say that I have a range here, and I have a range here, and I have a range here. I just drag that with the mouse. Notice one's bright gold and the other kind of laid back. This is the only one that would edit to the timeline. Now I'm not selecting a portion of the image. It kind of looks like I'm just selecting the flame. What I'm really doing is I'm selecting a time selection. It starts about 5 seconds in and goes for about 5 or 6 seconds. But what happens if I want to edit all these to the timeline at the same time? Hold the Command key down and click inside the ranges. They'll edit to the timeline in the order in which you selected them when they went yellow. At that point, this would edit first, this would edit second, and that would edit third. If you want to get rid of all those ranges, type Option X. If you have all of your clips selected and say, no, I don't want to select that many, type Option X, and they're all deselected. By the way, you want to know the keyboard shortcut for selecting all? It's Command A. Oh, I love shortcuts. Selecting the right clip is part technology. You set the in, then you set the out, and part craft, deciding which is the best clip to use at this point to tell your story. Final Cut makes it easy to quickly review and mark a clip. And as you'll see in the next movie, editing it into a project is blindingly fast. The real challenge is figuring out what clip tells your story the best, and that aesthetic decision is one that only you can make. This has been an excerpt of our most recent Final Cut Pro 10 training covering workflow and editing. For the complete version of this online training, please visit our store at larryjordan.biz/store. And thanks